Hello everybody, I'm Jesse and I'm here to teach you how to play the guitar. So I hope you are ready. If you have a guitar sitting near you, go ahead and pick it up. We'll go ahead and get started today. We're going to talk about how to tune the guitar. Tuning the guitar is, of course, one of the most important things of playing the guitar. If your guitar's out of tune, then nothing else you do is going to sound quite right. So it's worth spending some time as you start learning the guitar to learn how to tune it well, how to tune it quickly, and how to keep it in tune, because most guitars will go out of tune over the course of a performance. So you have your guitar in hand? Great. My cousin Evan recently taught me a new way of remembering the names of the notes of the strings. This is called a mnemonic device, to help it stay in memory. The strings are named E, A, D, G, B, E. And who can remember that, right? Unless you've been doing this for a really long time. But there is a way to remember it. You can remember it as Elvis ate dynamite. Goodbye, Elvis. So, if you have a tuner, you can get it out at this time. If you don't have a tuner, I highly recommend this kind that's got a little clip. It's a digital tuner. It does not need to be plugged in. It works on both an acoustic and an electric instrument. It reads the vibrations of the instrument to tell you when the string is in tune. So they are inexpensive, they're incredibly convenient, and highly recommended. The other way to tune a guitar, of course, you could use a tuning fork. A440 should be pretty close to the A string on your guitar, or you could use a piano using those same note names that we just discussed. Remember, Elvis ate dynamite. Goodbye, Elvis. So we're going to start on our lowest string. This is the low E. The low E is closest to you. You can see on my guitar, because it's got 6 tuning pegs, the strings wind in different directions. That means when we do the low strings, we're going to be turning the tuning pegs in a different direction than when we do the high strings. So that's something to keep in mind. It's another reason that it's convenient to practice tuning your guitar often. So you heard my E is a little flat, so I'm going to tune it up, up, up until on my little tuner it starts to show a nice solid line saying that my low E string is in tune. Now I'm going to move to the next string. There's our A. A is again a little flat. I haven't picked up this guitar in a little while. I have been a guitar playing slacker, so it's a good thing that I decided to make this video today, because that will get me playing this guitar. It's registering the sound of my voice as I talk to the video, so that means that the tuner's showing me the wrong note sometimes, because it's reading the vibration of me speaking is causing the guitar to vibrate, and so it's not always. So I might have to pause occasionally as I do this. The next string is D, and once again mine's flat, so I tune it up. When you store your guitar, when you're not using it, you want to try and keep it at room temperature as much as possible, but an unplayed guitar will usually go flat after a period of time. You never want to keep your guitar in a place where it gets too hot, subjected to direct sunlight. I did that to this guitar once, and the whole bridge came off and I had to glue it back on. I don't recommend it. G, B, little trick, I don't know if you heard just now, as I was tuning, I overshot the mark and got the string a little too high. And then I turned it back down so that it was below where I was coming from, so that when I did the final tune, I was tuning up to my target note. That's because if you ever have it too high and you tune down, the string is more likely to slip out of place. So for best results, to keep your guitar in tune, your final crank of the tuning peg should always be making it a higher note. So here we go with the last one. This is also E. So you'll notice there are two E strings, our low E. Oh, here's the other thing. Once you've gone all the way through and tuned all the strings, often, usually, most of the time, you have to do it again, because as you tighten up these top strings, it actually increases the amount of tension on the neck, which then causes these lower strings to go back out of tune. So now I got to do this again, although not very much. This particular guitar has a bit of it sticks a little bit right at the nut. We call this is the nut, this is the bridge, the headstock, the body, the sound hole, the tuning pegs. This one sticks a little bit, so that was why you may have noticed I pulled on the string a little bit. My B's a little high again, so now I'm gonna I go below my target, so that my final adjustment is in upward direction. And then my final E. So we've got the low E, the high E, and then the E in the middle is not an open string. That's something we'll be discussing in the next lesson. So if you have followed along, then you should at least have a good idea of how to do this yourself. You probably want to take some time with your tuner at this time and get your guitar well and truly in tune. There's another way to tune the guitar rather than just use the tuner. It's especially useful if you're tuning against a piano. You have a reference point, you get one string in tune, and then you can use harmonics, the 5th to the 7th, this guitar's not, I'm not going to be too fussy about it at the moment. So using those harmonics may be more of an advanced technique, but it's really worthwhile to get to learn how to do it. You touch the string gently over the top of the fret. You don't push down, and at the moment that you pluck, you let go with your finger, and it rings nicely. And then you can compare those, and you'll notice that in the case of B, I had to use a different string because of the way the guitar is tuned. I hope this was a helpful lesson. I hope you enjoy playing the guitar. I will be making some more of these videos shortly, and I'll be talking to you then. Have a great day.